Hello, my name is Dennis Weathers, and I'm here in my den at home, and I've got a special friend who's come to visit me, and when MCTV 15 heard about this, they wanted to be here too. So wait till you see this. This is really cool. We've got a little video clip here that it's going to blow you away.
Welcome to America!
Hey, I'm Zach Kay. I'm a member of America's Snowboard team, and I'm from Mount Shasta, California. Been competing on the World Cup for about 9 years now, and I'm looking to win some medals in 2010 at the Vancouver Olympics.
That was Zach Kay, local snowboard hero here in Mount Shasta, and he's here with us today. Hi, Zach. How's it going?
Very well, Dennis. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
All right.
We want to talk a little bit about some of your upcoming plans for your snowboard career. A little bit about how you got there and some of the things that you remember from the old days of snowboarding here in Mount Shasta.
Lots of good memories.
And we're going to start out with just maybe kind of a brief overview of what you've done in your career, some of the highlights, some of those types of things. Where do you want to start here? Maybe high school? When did you first start?
Yeah, we can start with high school right here in Mount Shasta. I won 2 state championships back-to-back, starting in '99, I believe, with the local race team here. That's kind of what sparked it all. It made me want to pursue, snowboard racing, and eventually the Olympics, which brings us to where I'm at right now, is pursuing a shot at the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver. All
right. Well, that's I think there's a lot of people in Mount Shasta that want to see that happen. We've been talking about it for years. Going back though, I understand that you're one of the youngest person ever to climb Mount Shasta.
Yeah, I was for a long time. I think it still holds. I'm not sure, but I was 7 years old. I think it was about a month before my 8th birthday. I summited the mountain with my dad and a friend of ours, all under my own power, hiked the whole thing up and down. And
so your dad took a 7-year-old to the top of Mount Shasta.
He did,
Wow, I'm going to have to talk to George about that.
I guess I'd been begging him to go up there since I was 5. And
you remember it?
He decided 7 was old enough, so.
You remember it?
Yeah, very clearly. Yeah. It was a great experience. It was actually, I think, the easiest hike I've ever had. I've hiked it several times since then, and
all right.
That was probably the easiest one for me.
So when did you first get on a snowboard? Do you remember when that was?
Yeah, a good friend of mine, local guy here, Ty Parks. He has Parks Off-Road in Mount Shasta. He taught me how to snowboard when I was, I think, just turned 10. He's a couple years older than me, and a couple of his friends had gotten into it, and he was kind enough to take me up and show me the ropes, and I fell in love with it the first day. It was something that just grabbed me about the freedom and the just how fun it was to go up there and be able to snowboard the mountain. So yeah, that was.
So how old were you? Do you have any idea?
I was 10.
10 years old, and what year that might have been? Any idea?
That would have been. Let's see.
Was the ski park open then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after.
Yeah. It was '91.
So I think the ski park had been open for a couple of years.
91, 92. Yeah, it had been open for a few years. I've actually been skiing at the ski park since it opened. I can remember getting on the chairlift and having people, help me up onto the chairlift. And
so you've been to a lot of ski areas since then.
I have.
All over the world.
Yes.
What's your favorite place to snowboard?
My favorite place to snowboard? Of course, here locally is one of my favorite places.
Right.
Just because it's where I grew up, and it's never really that crowded, and there's always fun stuff to be had. But I like North America. I've been all over the world. I've been Europe, South America, Asia. Up in Canada's pretty good, but I think Colorado, Utah, Mammoth. It depends on where you are and what the snow conditions are, but I think consistently those places seem to be the best.
So you you started snowboarding when you were about 10, and then you first got on a race board. Do you remember that, when that was?
Yeah.
And who you were working with?
Yeah. Ken Nichols was my first coach. He's a local guy here, and there was a group of guys that were on race boards, some older guys, and the local junior race team for skiing had asked myself and Daniel Hester to join them and be a part of the junior race team for snowboarding. They wanted to start the program, and I think they wanted something like $200 up front, and we said, you know what, let's put our own team together. Let's get Sportsman's Den to sponsor us, and Ken Nichols can be our coach, because at the time I think his mom, Ronelle, was working at Sportsman's Den, and so we had a connection there, and the Kennedys were nice enough to sponsor us and hook us up with equipment, and we started our own team. And
you were in junior high?
No, we were junior high. I think we were I want to say 13 when we did this.
You and Dan Hester, I remember snowboarding up there and seeing you guys with Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny Nichols, who was an amazing hard boot rider.
Yeah,
a really good racer.
Really good guy. And there's a couple other guys, Nathan Johnstone and Matt Bauer, and a few guys in and out. But Daniel and I really stuck with it, and then moved into high school competing. I think the year before we got into high school, they started the snowboard race team. And
well, now the first time we had snowboard as a state championship sport was in 1998. And you were a sophomore that year or a freshman?
I would have been a sophomore
sophomore,
that year, yeah.
And that year, did you race for Mount Shasta High School?
I did. I raced. I competed the whole season, raced for Mount Shasta High School, and I think I didn't do it our freshman year. Daniel continued. He did it our freshman year, and he went in and he dominated really, and I was kind of like,
couldn't let that happen.
The competitive person in me, I was like, I got to go in there and race with Daniel, because he was having a lot of fun, and so we went in, and that sophomore year, I think Daniel and I won every single race together. It was either I was first and he was second, or I was second and he was first. We battled it out the whole season, and I ended up skipping the state championships that year to go to Las Vegas with Sportsman's Den for the big snowboard show, and Daniel won.